vortex. So I've been shouting because of the rain and other reasons. You know, I usually shout when I drive around and do stand-up in my car. Maybe I should play piano tomorrow. I don't know. I need to get used to not being comfortable with anything that I do. Maybe that's my problem. We think that having a problem is a problem, is a problem, is a problem. How about we just accept that we're never gonna solve them, and maybe they would cease to be a problem. That's how I treat my depression, or whatever. That's how I treat everything that's inconvenient. I say, well, maybe I'm not supposed to be convenienced. Up until this point, I was really convenienced. Everybody's wrong, and the way they look at life, everybody's wrong. They trust Jordan Peterson, you know? You notice all these big people got their big money, their big money, their big money, their big money. And the little people, I'm a very, very little person. I did a joke tonight about, I fucked up the joke, but I guess it still works. I said I want to have a bigger person booth, because people yell at me all the time. Yeah, man, it's fine. It's fine to get yelled at. You know, as long as you're okay with people being mad at you. You know, like, I had to get over that, because people get mad at me all the time because I have opinions they don't like, or they get mad at me because, you know, I said things that they wish they could say, or they get mad at me because they're jealous of my authenticity, or they get mad at me because I don't have a smartphone because I'm smarter than they are. You know, if like you're different, if you're just weird, people get upset. Like, people get offended by that. You know, they can't just accept the fact that you're not like everybody else. You know, like, when I say, like, I'm not interested in, like, having a husband and kids and all that, it's like, people just assume that it's because I hate children, or they just assume that I hate the whole idea of, you know, a family or whatever. I think it's a beautiful thing, honey. I really do. I think it's beautiful. I'm in awe of people that can do that, really. And I'm a little jelly. Just a teeny tiny bit. Just a tad jelly. Mainly because I know that they're having good sex. And I think that's a beautiful thing when people have good sex. Because most people don't have good sex. That's why I stopped, okay? And I'm not saying that's never happened, but it's not worth it. I don't understand why people, like, if you think about it, you could get an STD, you could get pregnant, okay? So you could have a kid out of wedlock, or you could have an abortion, you know, also probably out of wedlock. That's terrible, but true. People typically don't have an abortion during wedlock, okay? Unless their husband is just like a total piece of shit, and, you know, that's kind of a funny joke there. But yeah, so unwanted pregnancy or wanted abortion or justified abortion, let's just say that. They justify it. That's what I'm trying to indicate. I'm not trying to justify abortion, but I'm telling you that people have sex and this is the result of that. We need to ban sex. We need to, like, put a cap on that. Seriously, I'm not even joking. I can't be the dictator because I don't have a dick, but I think that we should have a dictator that enforces that. And you can say that's wrong, but I don't think so. I'm right. I'm right about this, and this is out of control. Everybody is out of control. And I do really believe that, like, the whole point of America was just to, like, give us all this freedom so we would self-destruct and allow us to make all kinds of really terrible decisions that allow evil corporations to make a fuck ton of money and evil leftist lunatics to, you know, literally capitalize on our failure and our insecurities and our bad relationships with our families or our spouse or our kids or whatever, you know? And so what if the whole point of doing that was so that it could, like, you know, have that dictator, or, you know, bring over a bunch of, you know, radical Islamists that, you know, completely destroy Western civilization. I mean, they fucking hate the West, and I understand. The West is fucking death, dude. Anybody that thinks otherwise does not want to see the forest for the trees, because they've been brainwashed their entire life to think that Western civilization is good. And so they look at this as if it's some kind of tragedy. It's a tragedy because you are being inconvenienced. But you don't give a shit when anybody else is inconvenienced because you're a piece of shit Republican. Like, I hate Democrats with a passion, but, like, at least they pretend to care about poor people, okay? At least they pretend to care about really important things like diversity, you know? You know, the one place they don't push diversity? Church. Why do you think that is? I mean, I'm talking about racial diversity. I'm not talking about, you know, LGBT shit. Okay? They're just making it obvious that, like, all the churches have been infiltrated. Like, there's no church that has not been infiltrated by gays. So that's what the whole purpose of this, with Pope Francis. It's a psyop. I mean, it's all a psyop. Like, religion's a psyop. I mean, and I'm a Christian, and I'm, you know, I go to Divine Liturgy every Sunday. I mean, I try to anyway. And I go Wednesday, and some days I go, or some weeks. I mean, this is, we're going through Lent right now, so, shit, I just ran another red light. Didn't even mean to do that. Oh well. It's all right. But yeah, during Lent, there are services like 5 days out of the week, dude. That's pretty awesome. But anyway, yeah, like, I'm a really hardcore believer, but that doesn't mean that I don't question it, and I just believe whatever I'm told about things, you know? Like, there's not much about Jesus' life, and I feel like that's probably because they want to control that narrative, you know, through the West. And people in America specifically are so arrogant about living here that, I mean, yeah, why wouldn't the elite do this? Like, if they can just play God by reading the Bible and, like, cutting and pasting and applying, like, pieces of the scripture to, like, the world and, like, all the different events that are going on, I mean, it's really genius if you think about it. But, yeah, a lot of people don't know that that's what's going on. So that's why I don't take any of this stuff seriously, because when people say it's the end of the world, I'm like, dude, they have been saying this. I mean, we can only hope. Like, that would be fantastic if that were true, dude. But who knows? It might already be in tribulation. Like, we might already be experiencing that. Because, you know, things are really shitty. It's just people don't notice until it affects them. And so, and like I've always said, like, people will go out of their fucking way to not have to do anything about anything. So they do the bare minimum. So of course the bare minimum involves the internet, right? So they get on the internet and they proselytize about what's wrong with the world. And they don't have any solutions that are different from anything that anybody else is doing, but for whatever reason, they feel the need to send that tweet, you know? And it's just so pathetic. It's so pathetic. Like, when people freak out about the AI, I'm like, dude, we deserve the AI to destroy everything. I hope it does. I hope it does. Shit. Why is my trash can out like that? Hold on, Vortex. I'll be right back. It's raining. When the fuck did they come get my trash? Probably later. You haven't been home since like 11. Oh yeah. That's true. Okay. Should I get gas? I feel like I should get gas. You could get it tomorrow if you woke up on time. I know, right? So true. I have a really bad problem.